Christian, this is such a moving film. Driving Madeleine is poignant and deep and intriguing. The whole ride, start to finish, I think, for this movie is very sweet, but also very, endearing. And also, there's so much heart to this movie. When you and Sarah were writing this together, how did you sort of craft the idea for it?
I think you know, but at the beginning, it was a script I received. So I was moved like you by reading the script, um, especially maybe for me because I have lost my ma 2 years before. I don't know. Um, I, I trust my own feeling, and I said to myself, if I'm so moved, it means I have to do something with it. And um, and then I called the offer and I said to him, yes, well, congrats, it's very well written, and I need to work on it to rewrite some elements, but everything was already there. Uh, and everything starts, just during the pandemic. It was very complicated because no, she was 92. So we have to find many, many solutions to save her in sort of way. From the COVID, from Paris itself, because shooting in Paris is just crazy. This is not, this is reality. And so we organize all the system to shoot in a studio to protect her from the danger of driving in Paris.
It's just exceptional acting on all of the parts of these actors. Was Lene and Denny someone you had in mind for these roles, or did you sort of find them along the way while you were crafting the movie?
The script was written for Lynn Renault already, and I thought it was a very good idea. And when I called Danny, I know for a long time because we shot Joyeux Noël 20 years ago, and I knew he would be perfect to be this driver.
Certainly, the cinematography to this film is exceptional as well. I love the lighting in the dance scenes back in the World War II era. The lighting for those scenes are beautiful, and obviously, the lighting on the scenes in the car as well is exceptional. Was that difficult for you to film those lighting techniques for the vehicle scenes, or was that sort of um, what was your process, I should ask, for crafting the direction for those scenes since they are up close? Each person has to be up close here, and then you also have to have a little look in the back seat while they're talking and interacting.
As It's always a nightmare to shoot in a car, always. And but because of the studio, well, we had some new possibilities. Uh, we worked with two different cars. One didn't have the front window. You understand what I mean? Because of the reflection. It was able to do it in the studio. It would not be able to do it in Paris, of course. And about the light, it's a good question. We decided not to have. We decided to use only the lights coming from the big screen around the car because, as you know, we didn't drive inside Paris, and on the big screen we screen the picture we selected before of the Paris we wanted to see. And the high definition of the screens, 4K, allowed us to use the light of the picture themselves inside the car, I mean. And what I love is, in fact, there is two movies in one. There is the past and there is nowadays. And the work we had about the past is different work we had for nowadays. And all the flashback, it's a kind of my personal homage to Hitchcock movies. Um, I used to say that we play a lot of the music from Psycho to organize the rehearsal and even sometimes the shooting of some moments of flashback. I remember when she's preparing the glass of whiskey for her husband. We listen to Bernard Herrmann's music of Psycho. And I know that Alice, the actress, she played because of the music and the way you can discover today. The music has a huge influence on the way of acting for the actors. And when it's possible to do it, yes, I put the music on during the shooting.
Well, certainly not just for the dancing scene as well.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm sure for the
exactly.
other moments as well.
Mm. For instance, we know when there is a moment where Lynn Renault is looking at her younger in the car. It was a scene which was not written in the script. And I suggest to the two actresses to have something to play together because they didn't meet each other during the shooting, you know? And I imagine this moment, and they said, well, they were not very enthusiastic to do it. But I said, well, let's try. It will take 10 minutes. Let's see what happened. And I put the music a bit of earth on, during the shooting. And all the improvisation of Lynn and Alice, I know is coming from the mood of Bitter Earth.
There's so many special scenes throughout the entire film. Is there one when you were editing it that you were exceptionally proud of, or maybe one that challenged you when you were sort of planning it out and it turned out so well when you're watching it through the editing screen?
Wow. There is not one of the top, not at all. But for instance, yes, I remember the moment, the very end scene when you see Lynn Renault coming back in the old apartment, and she walk, and then she sit on the bed and switch off the light. This scene was not written in the script too, and I suggest to Lynn to do it. And at the beginning, she said, no, I will never do that. I will never come back in a place I suffer so much. And I say, yes, I can understand, but it's time for you to make peace with your past. I said, yes, okay, to make peace, I can do that. So there was no one inside this apartment except the photographer, but she was all alone. And once again, I put the music on and I let her imagine what she could do by coming back into the past, coming back to this old apartment. And I love what she decided to do. For instance, she spent a long time standing up in front of a red armchair where everything happened. And I said to her, what did you do exactly in front of his armchair? Um, she said, well, I wanted to say goodbye to Ray. I said, oh my God. I'm not so sure the audience can feel it, but it's very bizarre what she does, and I love that. I love that. This is typically that kind of accident we love for cinema.
What do you hope lingers with audiences that explore Driving Madeleine? Is there a message or maybe an emotion that you truly want to linger with people that watch this movie? Cherish your family, cherish the moments you have.
Well, you know, when you make a movie, you don't know exactly what will happen after. I'm not anymore the owner of a movie. It's my movie, but when it's on the screen, it's not anymore my movie. It's the movie of the people who watch the movie. So I don't know exactly what the people. Um, I think because we have a lot of screenings, and I love to be among the audience, not to watch again myself a movie because I know by heart, but to feel the people, to see what happened for them. And yes, I'm very happy to see that all what I expect. In fact, at the end, yes, the people can feel the sorrow, um, can feel the violence, the domestic violence, and sometimes have a smile on the face. So, and I suppose they can enjoy the music of the song of Etta James, At Last, Bitter Earth with Dinah Washington. Well, so it's a journey. Cinema is a journey. We need to have that kind of trip more than ever. We need to come back in theater, as I say everywhere. I'm very happy to see people coming back to theaters because, as I used to say, the heart of the cinema is beating inside the theaters. So I don't know if I really answered your question, but um, cinema is an invitation. There is a poem from Baudelaire in French, so name Invitation au voyage. I don't know if you understand. And cinema must be an invitation of a invitation au voyage. It must. You have to make a journey when you buy a ticket to go to theater. I love that. We need that kind of once upon a time.